let's work on our feet with a tennis ball. This is a piece of a practice that I did. And in this, we'll be standing and working with the tennis ball to create a wider foundation. Our feet are the foundation of so many yoga poses, and especially in balance. So, as we learn to spread our feet to really create a strong foundation, the base of the big toe, the base of the baby toe, the inner, the outer heel, from those 4 points, we feel steady, we feel secure. So let's begin by coming to a standing position and place your right foot on the tennis ball. Go to the inside of the foot, go to the outside of the foot. There are special balls actually made for this that are called myofacial balls, and they're a little sticky, so they don't run away from you like a tennis ball might. Now, place your toes down to the mat, and with your toes down, just go side to side right at the front part of the heel. So you just kind of feel like you're, I don't know, I call this motion like you're crushing a cigarette, like you're just trying to push into the floor and go side to side with the heel. Very nice. Now go to the middle part of the heel and go side to side. Very nice. And now have your heel down, but your toes on the ball. And with your heel down and your toes on the ball, just go side to side, base of the toe to the baby of the toe, baby toe. Just kind of moving side to side. Unlike usual in our yoga practice, my toes are completely relaxed here. They're not engaged, and try to slow it down so that if you've ever seen skeletal models and seen the foot, you see that they're like little building blocks, and you're just kind of moving those blocks from here. Take the ball and just roll from the base of the toe to the heel and roll back and just roll forward. And it's like you're just kind of tapping the ball back. The pressure is all from the base of the toe to the heel. And you just find your way back without much pressure. From the base of the toes to the heel. And again, from the base of the toes to the heel. And again, inside of the foot, inner edge of the foot to the heel, and now base of the baby toe, outer edge of the ball, and release. And just notice here as you stand in Tadasana, after giving a little pressure on a tennis ball or whatever you had, one side feels more alive. And once you start working the feet, you see this freedom in the ankle and the knee and the pelvic area. So it just works itself up so nicely. Let's do that on the opposite side. So first find either sitting or standing a way to just kind of move the foot on the ball and just kind of find this stimulation here. So you'll find that one foot has a lot more coordination than the other. And so just be kind to yourself and be patient. And once you get control of the action that you need, then let's work the inside area of the foot. So that's the base of the toes to the top of the heel there. Then the outside area, whoops, not so much coordination on this side, I guess. So outside is baby toe to the heel. And now press your toes down to work the top of the heel and just go side to side. And again, you're putting pressure, not too much. It's not like you're really pressing on the gas here, but you're just going side to side to stimulate that part of the foot. There you go. And now have the heel down and just move from the base of the toes to the side to side here. And again, the toes are relaxed, separate little kind of building blocks in this area of the foot. And now release and come off your mat and have your um, ball to the side. Come off the mat and just pause here. Lift and spread your toes. And as you draw the toes down, but keeping the spread, just notice how rooted you feel. Draw from the toe tips all the way to the ankle, the kneecaps, and the pelvis to get this strong power in the legs. And just shift the weight over to the right side. Keep your left foot on the earth for now. But see if you can get the base of the big toe, the base of the baby toe, the inner, the outer heel. See if you can kind of clue into that area more fully. And notice with most of the weight to the right leg, how when you clue into those four corners of the feet, you can feel this engagement. You can draw in from those four corners all the way to the pelvic area. Now lean to the opposite side and do the same thing. So you've got this strong engagement on one leg, on the other leg, just bringing your awareness to that engagement and to how that engagement affects the leg all the way from the toes to the ankle to the knee to the pelvis. And come back to balance on 2 feet now. And just feel that stability in Tadasana. Keep that sense of engagement as you once again go to balance on the right foot. Now, you can keep the left toes down if you wish and just come to a tree pose in a way that just allows you to keep that engagement of the right leg. Or you can just come to a much more fuller version of the tree pose or any balance pose on one leg because we're just kind of checking in to the balance that we got from that strong engagement of the different parts of the foot. We kind of work the foot in a way to get a lot of movement, the connective tissue, that spongy tissue. We've hydrated it nicely. So see how you can keep a nice rooted posture as you just kind of play on the play with the balance on one leg. Just pause there. Just see if you notice any difference after doing that focus work on the foot. And as you're ready, you can slowly release your hands down and release your foot down. Just come to Tadasana and notice how fiery one leg feels compared to the other. Just see if you can balance that out. And as you bring your awareness to the opposite leg, keep your right foot on the floor, but just kind of bring awareness and engagement and tone to the left leg first. And as if you're just drawing from the earth to the pelvis, this energetic drifting, drawing from the earth to the pelvis. Allows this engagement of the standing left leg before just taking this lightness to the right leg and come to whatever form of the pose. You can come to full vrksasana, this tree pose if you wish. Just kind of play with it and get to know the action in this foot. When we were rolling around on the ball or applying pressure on whatever you had, you started to notice these various areas in the foot. And especially when you're balancing on one leg, you really notice the, the pressure, the action in different areas of the foot. And you can release your hands and release your foot to come to Tadasana once again. Just pause here. So we focused on the bottom of the foot a lot. So just get the top of the foot a little bit more active now by pressing your toes back. So you're balancing on one foot, reaching the toes back. You're pointing the toes as you press the toenails. So you're getting the whole front side of the ankle now to stretch out nicely. And release that foot to the earth and try the opposite. So just reach back. And as you press, sometimes the first three toes like to work a lot, but you don't have as much engagement in the fourth and fifth toes. So see if you can even kind of reach those toes. So you just got this full foot action here, full engagement of all the toes. And I've noticed that if I'm really working the toes, interestingly, the whole body gets really warm. And release your foot down. We've had an opportunity to work with the tennis ball to get a little bit more flexibility in the foot. Thanks for taking this time to get a nice broad foundation. Now you can go into a nice strong standing practice or work on your balance a little bit more or simply take Shavasana. Thank you so much for joining the practice. Namaste.